Howdy folks, this is Jackers, and this is X4. It is, it's a bit of a hybrid game actually. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. A little bit of Luke Skywalker and a little bit of Captain Picard, or even Admiral Picard, I suppose, in some timelines. It's been a really, really rough week for me. And tell the truth, I still feel absolutely terrible. I'm kind of hoping I just get through this. But see, I found a friend that helped me get through it. And that friend here is X4. It has been a unique time on top of pandemic, on top of everything. The air has been nearly unbreathable due to fires, and just tonight, an earthquake broke my cat's fountain by dropping a can of peaches on it and shattering the ceramic. It's going to be a while before I can replace that. Anyway, I don't often talk about where I'm from. I've been stalked many times in my life from the time I turned 18 years old, actually. Exactly the time, as a matter of fact. Anyway, that kind of thing makes a boy nervous, so I don't really talk about where I'm from very much, but yeah, it's been exciting to be where I am, so I thought I'd share that. And, well, you know, X4 has been helping me through this. I'm going to try this. It may not work out very well. As I said, I don't feel particularly well myself right now. So doing the Luke Skywalker bit is a little difficult. But we're going to give it a go, just so I can show you the differences. So we're going to pull up to this station. One way to earn reputation with factions is to dispatch criminals with, shall we say, extreme prejudice. And so we can follow this ant line right above me here is a line of civilian vehicles, and there in the red brackets is a criminal. So let's give this a go. Not getting away from me. He's trying to run. He's kind of safe. Amidst all the others, it's very difficult to hit him without hitting them. But we'll give it a go. Like that. There we go. Huzzah. One criminal down. They don't really fight back, so aside from just needing to amp up a little bit, they're not that much of a challenge. There are very few things in the game that you can't ask the game to do for you. Hunting down criminals like that is one, although it's possible, I suppose. I could have ordered the pilot of this ship to do it, to take over for me. But since it's usually right near a station, like that criminal just flew into the station, so if he made a mistake...
Thanks for your help.
There we go, that's what we were looking for. A little bit of money, 500 credits, and a little bit of reputation. We are at 19. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner it says with the Zyarth Patriarchy we're allied, plus 19 points. At 20, we get access to their best and heaviest ships and weapons, and their best is pretty good. So that was sort of the Luke Skywalker taking out the womp rats in the canyon back home. But what we can also do is get up from our chair.
Greetings.
And our pilot here, I did not name him. He came with that name, which for all intents and purposes looks to me like Hot Hunk. He's an awfully shy fellow. Anyway, now we can ask Hot Hunk to do pretty much anything we like. So if we want him to fly around these stations, I don't know why he wants to go over there. But we can with just a simple right click, and then we can, well, watch Hot Hunk carry out his orders. There you go, kid. Fly that ship. But this is pretty basic. And you start out the game pretty basic. You'll start out the game with like a simple ship and either 5 or 10,000 credits. There are different starting options. You can choose different races and starting points. Although, sadly, you can't customize your character, which would be really nice. You can change your name, as I have done. You can see in the upper left there, I am Checkers. I have 35 million credits now, but you start with like 10. In the green text here, you see all the ships that I own, and one at the very bottom that is in construction, if it ever gets done. And so that is, you know, we were just looking at a fighter. We could come over here, and we can teleport to our ships. Teleportation is something you pick up in the main quest line, which lets you do this. Just basically beam yourself from one ship to another. I'm not even gonna comment on that name. You go for it yourselves. And if we take a look outside, this is a larger ship, a Corvette. And kind of cool. Same faction. And I think we have another Corvette running around, or not another Corvette. I think this one is actually a frigate if I can find it. Why can't I find it? I don't know the answer to that. Oh, there it is. Well, we can do it this way. We can also pick them out of the list, which again is easier than chasing them down on the screens. A different race. These are Paranids, I believe. And he's cruising around a very ginormous space station that I won't get into too much detail over because, well, that is a story spoiler. But if we zoom all the way out, you would start this game with knowledge of exactly, about this space right here. And as you explore, as you build your empire, commercial or what have you, you will find many other sectors. And I don't really want to spoil all of that for anyone because this is a really amazing game. Because of this nature of being able to play as Luke Skywalker or Captain Picard, you can choose to engage fully and do everything. You could say, for instance, here is a trading ship. We could teleport to this, and we could take over as the invisible captain of this ship. You know, he might have some chameleon in his blood. Maybe he was just spooked by the fact that I showed up out of nowhere. But we could take over for the trader, and we could do trade runs. We could go over to, say, a miner.
Requesting immediate backup.
And take over
system, Argon Prime.
as a miner. Or, as I've done, you can sort of buy them and crew them out and have them more or less automate their tasks. Each ship, like this one that we are on right now, has a crew, including a captain, and the abilities of the ship are basically chosen by the captain's skill, but you also have Marines and service crew who also have skills and level up with gameplay. So we can come here to behavior, and right now this ship is mining in sector auto mine. As the captain gains skill, she would be able to go up to advanced auto mine and expert auto mine, and they can, as they do this, she's mining a rock right now, earn us money. So I have my commercial empire here, and well, you know, you start to spread out into the greater universe, and you need a little bit of defense. So what happens then? You start to build yourself some capital ships with a capital C.
Entering
And these
system. A tick box
tend
choice.
to be a bit bigger. Oh, lucky us, we rolled into a battle. The folks in red are the bad guys, the folks in green are the good guys, and they are us. Now, because this is a giant ship, we can travel to the dock area and take a look at the battle from outside. There are my 3 capital ships, each of a different race, all focusing on that one poor sod who's about to be turned into space dust. Way to go, kids. Good job. And we can go and visit, of course, the other ships. It is just that easy. Right click and teleport to, and we'll end up on the bridge again. Oh, look at that. Someone was firing at us. Exciting, but there are shields. I haven't stood directly under gunfire to try it out. This one's bridge is a bit bigger. I suspect the ship itself is a bit bigger as well, as it is currently carrying a Corvette on its back. So if we come here to the transporter room, we can go to the dock area. Here, actually, we'll travel to the Dragon, which is in the dock area. Not sure why it didn't want to send me there, but anyway. So here is the Corvette. We were visiting one of these earlier with its teeny tiny guns. And, yeah. It's pretty cool. Uh-oh, that's not good. Let me answer her and tell her to escape. And now we need to see where she is. Here, sometimes they've got good backup and sometimes they do not. This time they've got good enough backup. So this is the pirate that's trying to harass my poor pilot here. It looks like the local cops are on its back, so I don't have to directly send her escort after them. Her escort isn't the best that I have. Which, you know what, maybe we should fix that. So we'll take this Dragon, that's the Corvette that we were just standing next to, and we're going to ask it to come to this boa and defend the commander. We'll give it its own group. It can fight in its own Delta group. And there goes... Oh, actually, we're still standing right next to it. And we can actually... Oh, let's hang around. There's another battle going on. Take care. See you later. That is so cool. Alright, so we have 2 other capital ships. Let's go take a look at those. This is the one we were on. This is the one we started on. And here is the last one. This is one that belongs to a race known as the Teladi. They have a great view. I'll give them that. And I love the design. Almost like a B-29's nose. And, well, it looks like they're trying to group up before they come visit. Let's bring this ship back to the fold. And it's just as easy as going to your map and kind of clicking on somebody and saying, come over here, kid. So we'll go to the dock area and we'll take a look. This one doesn't have the best view, but it's still got a pretty cool view. They're sending out defense drones, pilotless drones, to defend the ship. And they are going on the attack. There's a freighter just passing by. I mean, this is pretty exciting stuff, honestly. I don't think we want to go down there. I mean, we could probably teleport away, but we've got a great view for this battle. Just outstanding. And really, you know, all I have to do is to give them sort of standing orders and put them in the right place, and the game takes care of the rest. So even though I don't feel particularly good, my blood pressure is not good, which is weird because I'm in better shape than I've been in like at least 12 years. But anyway, as I was saying, the crews can deal with the situation and I can stand back and watch the effects as they send these poor, misguided machines to their digital afterlife. And we've got crew out here as well. So these ships have pretty large crews in comparison. So we're on this Phoenix Vanguard. And if we look at the crew, so these are the Marines, and then we've got our service crew and our pilot up there. And yeah. So when I manage to get out of bed for at least a little while, like right now, I've spent most of the day in bed and I don't really know how much longer I'm going to be able to stay up, but I wanted to share this while I could because I think it's just so very cool. In a lot of ways, it's very much like Mount and Blade. You start out very small. You can build a group to ride with you through the stars and build a commercial empire, or you can sign up with the different factions to help them fight their wars. Or in this particular case, I have 3 capital ships here just to sort of block this exit where a lot of these raiders, these machine raiders, tend to come from. Oh, we just recalled a drone. Let's see. We can take a look at one of our larger trade ships as well. So if you're into the, I really like having a big commercial empire,
Entering system. IS mists.
this ship is one of the good ones for that. She's actually just pulling into a station to trade. That's very cool. And I don't know if we can get a good sense of how big her ship is, but it's pretty big. I can't even actually see it. Looks like it's kind of dark. Maybe, I don't actually know if they have a dock level. I think they do. Let's go take a look. Some of these views are just incredible. This is actually a truly big ship. And there are even bigger ones. I think we can pull this off because I have a ship sitting at a station. This ship right here, handy thing is I can teleport only to my ships, but I can teleport to my ships. So if the ship is docked at a station, for all intents and purposes, I can teleport to that station. So this is a space station, and you can pick up quests here. You can pick up, well, all kinds of things. Because much like Mount and Blade, you can build your commercial empire not only of ships, but of structures. So if we come here to the representative's office for this particular faction, we can, because we've made friends with them, talk to her. Well, thank you. Actually, I do want to buy a license from her. I want to buy a police license, which lets me scan other ships without being considered rude, or let's say criminal.
It's an honor to see you here.
And we can buy blueprints. So we can buy blueprints for modules to space stations. Some of them very expensive. Some of them not so much so. So graphene, pretty cheap, 206,000. Large ship fabrication bay, 243 million. But not only that, we can buy blueprints for their ships so that we could produce them in our extremely expensive ship production module, and equipment as well, from turrets to shield generators, weapons and engines and thrusters, drones, missiles, and so on.
Good luck out there.
Thank you so much. And we'll jump through the autosave. It does take a while to save. Alrighty. So we were just looking at what we could build if we're very lucky. Somebody is home. We need a defense ship. This Kestrel Vanguard will do nicely, so we'll teleport to this fella. And you do have the chance to research things. It is part of the story. You pick up a quest, and I suppose I should show you how that works too. Somewhere out here is the station that we've built. Let's borrow our...
Kestrel
if I
Vanguard.
borrow his ship, it's going to take him out of... Well, we can fix it. He will sort of fall out of the group that he's in. But it's just that easy. You just sort of say, hey, let me fly your boat. And he says, okay, sure, you're the boss. So now we can click on this, right-click on it, do Start Guidance to Object. Shift F1 puts us into travel mode, which basically lets us go very, very fast. And we can fly over to the ship that, or the station that I've built, which is a little chaotic. I've sort of just been adding on to it as we go. And to build it is really simple. I believe they say it's like playing with Lego. You right-click on the station here, click on Plan Build, and you just sort of grab the pieces that you want to add. Say if I wanted to add a defensive position here, I could click on it and it just snaps into place. But this is a three-dimensional object, so as we rotate we can see that it has a lot that can be built into it. And what's also cool is because we've added a dock, we can ask
Ship Technology Factory.
for permission to land and fly on up here. And come visit the very station that we've built.
Successfully docked.
Thanks. Alright, so we
It's an honor
exit.
to have you aboard.
Well, thank you kindly. It's very nice to say that to the boss. So we want to, before I forget, here is that ship, the Kestrel Vanguard. We will go back up to this station, right-click, and say Defend the Commander, and put you into Alpha Group. And it'll fly away, and we can explore the station a little bit. Oh, we've got to jump over the fence now. It closed up because he left. Yeah, we just go down any of these stairs, and we can go to, say, the Trader's Corner. And here is a little crafting bench that we can use to make lots of different things to sell or to use. And here is someone
Hello.
who will sell
Can I help?
items to us. Just
Here you
ask her
go.
to show us her wares, and there we go. Oh, she has some steaks. Sure, I'll buy your steaks. And here are seminars for crew and management to help you level up your employees.
Good
Thank
luck
you.
out there.
You too, Marina, here on our station. There are the big energy cell creation solar panels. It is, the more I learn about the game, the more I learn there is to learn about the game. It does have a fairly steep learning curve, which sort of makes me, if I were feeling better, eager to make videos about it, because it is just so amazing. But I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, there is, well, actually 21 years of history for this particular franchise, the X franchise. Let's go visit... Oh, who should we visit? Let's go visit a giant mining ship. And in 21 years, the X universe
Entering
has
system.
apparently
Revision.
changed. And there are places you can find data vaults in the universe here where you can go scan them with your little ship, and you get cutscenes and stories about the history of the universe. I found a data vault, but I don't think I found a whole story yet to watch. There really is just so much to do if you explore, and, you know, there is so very, 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 very much to explore. Each one of these sectors, we are in this ship, in this sector. And so here's a space station right here. The Hop Silicon Refinery is there. So if we look out the window, that distance is there, and then you have this entire sector, and not all of the sectors are equally sized, so some of these are bigger than others. You end up with a whole wide universe to explore, and it's really pretty amazing. And it can really kind of cater to just about anything you're looking to do, whether it be action and following story, or building a trade empire, which I kind of like to do, or building a military empire, which I also kind of like to do. But as I said, it is very kind about letting the AI do these things for you. And, well, another thing that is kind of very useful and not very common, at least not nearly as common as it should be, is I can have either myself take over this ship or let the captain fly, but I can have another group. So I have an entire other group of basically similar size, 3 capital ships that are sort of defending this station because it was being attacked for days. I could have them, if I wanted to, say if I wanted to attack this station, I could fly in my group, or order my group to fly in, order another group to fly in, and I don't really have to micromanage what they do. They will deal with it themselves. I don't know if I recorded it. I might have some footage of it. I had them attack one of the Xenon, the hostile machines, defensive platforms. It was quite a long and epic battle. These are all of the factions that I've run into, at least, or I haven't run into all of them. I've befriended most because, well, you get more treasure with honey, I suppose. Plus, some of them have really cool ships. Plus, if you really, really, really want to fight with someone, you know, don't announce it out of nowhere. Or, you know, a long time in advance. Was it? Khan says in Star Trek II, revenge is a dish best served cold. Anyway, I'm getting a bit tired, but I really, really wanted to show you this because honestly, I'm really, really happy I found something that could help keep my mind off of not feeling so hot, and this, by golly, sure as well did it. And, yeah, I thought I would share it with you guys. I hope you are all doing well, and I really thank you for your patience with me. I seem to be having a lot more issues lately than I have in the years past, but I suppose that's what happened as the years pass by. Either way, thank you all so much for your kindness and kind words, and for helping me out on Patreon and the chat and everything. You guys are amazing, and it's truly, truly appreciated. So, thank you so much for watching me and my fledgling empire. I hope you found the video informative and maybe even just a little entertaining. I would like to invite you to think of something that brings you joy, something that brings a smile to your face and a true warmth and joy to your heart, and hold on to it for a second. Just take a moment and think of that thing that you love, and let it brighten your day. And most of all, I'd like to ask you to please be safe, and please, please take care.